Okay, let's dive right in. If you're trying to break into the tech industry, you know it can feel like you're searching for a secret level in some massive video game, right? Well, today we're basically handing you the strategy guide, a clear, step-by-step roadmap to go out and land that first job.
So let me guess, does a job search feel just overwhelming? Like a chaotic mix of conflicting advice, endless applications, and requirements that just don't make sense? If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. Not by a long shot. But I promise there is a much, much better way.
Because here's the thing. This isn't about luck. You don't need to get lucky. You just need a plan, a system, a clear path to follow. And that is exactly what we are going to build together in this explainer.
All right, first things first. Before we even jump into the game, we've got to build your character. Think of this as your digital arsenal. This is the professional identity that recruiters are going to see long before they ever hear your voice.
Okay, your resume. It's your digital handshake. But, and this is a big but, it often has to get past a robot first. We're talking about the Applicant Tracking System, or ATS. To beat it, you have to be ATS friendly. What does that mean? Keep it to one page, simple as that. And you need to sprinkle in keywords you pulled directly from the job description. This isn't just good advice, folks. It's pretty much a requirement to even get seen.
So the resume gets your foot in the door, but your LinkedIn and GitHub? That's your professional showcase. It's your portfolio. And let me be clear, recruiters will check them. I guarantee it. A polished LinkedIn with a sharp headline and a GitHub that shows your coding regularly, that tells a story. It screams passion and professionalism.
All right, your arsenal is ready. Now it is time for the training montage. Welcome to the Preparation Gauntlet. This is where we level you up and build those core skills that are going to carry you through even the toughest interviews. Look, if you're aiming for a product-based company, data structures and algorithms, or DSA, are just non-negotiable. It can feel like a mountain. I get it. But don't get overwhelmed. Just focus on these core topics right here. Arrays, hash maps, trees, and graphs. That's your bread and butter. And think of sites like LeetCode as your gym. It's where you go to build that coding muscle day in and day out. So is there a magic number? Kinda. Your target should be somewhere in the range of 200 to 300 quality problems solved. And the keyword there is quality. The goal isn't just to get a green check mark. It's about really, truly understanding the patterns. When you hit that number, something just clicks. You stop memorizing solutions and you start recognizing problem types. And that is where real interview confidence comes from. Beyond just the algorithms, you absolutely need a solid grip on these core computer science fundamentals. These aren't just for exams. They show you have a deep understanding of how technology actually works. You should expect questions like, how does an OS handle a deadlock? Or why would you pick TCP over UDP? You need to know this stuff cold. Theory is awesome, but projects are your proof. They are the hard evidence that you can actually build stuff. And please, 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 don't just keep them on your laptop. Deploy them. Use something like Netlify or Render. A live link on your resume that a recruiter can click on is, I'm not kidding, 1,000 times more powerful than just writing about what you did. Okay, your arsenal is built. Your skills are leveled up. It's time to enter the arena. But you can't just run in swinging blindly. Mastering the application game is all about strategy, not just brute force. You need to cast a wide net, but you've got to fish in the right ponds, Set up alerts on LinkedIn. Go straight to the source, company career pages, and never, ever underestimate the power of a referral. Seriously, it's huge. And of course, you've got job portals and hiring challenges. The point is, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And this brings us to a really key strategy. This is not about applying to 100 jobs in one panicked afternoon. That is a recipe for burnout. It's about consistency. Aim for, say, 5 to 10 targeted applications every single day. That slow and steady approach builds momentum and keeps you sane. Okay, this might be the most underrated tip in this whole thing. Get organized. I'm talking a simple Google Sheet. Track the company, the role, the date you applied, and its status. This becomes your command center. It stops you from getting confused and tells you exactly when it's time to follow up. So, you've made it through all the levels, and now you're facing the final boss, the interview. This is it. This is where all that preparation comes together. And winning here is about being prepared, not just about being the smartest person in the room. So when they hit you with one of those behavioral questions, tell me about a time you faced a challenge. Don't just wing it. Don't ramble. You need to use the STAR method. Think of it as your secret weapon. It's a simple, super powerful way to tell a compelling story that actually shows off your skills.
Let's just walk through a quick one. So, S, the situation. Our team's checkout page had a really high drop-off rate, okay? T, the task. My job was to improve the user experience and get conversions up. Simple enough. A, the action. So I analyzed user feedback, redesigned the form to be a single page, and I implemented an autofill for addresses. And finally, the most important part, R, the result. Boom. We saw a 15% jump in completed checkouts the very next month. See how that works? It's clean, memorable, and it shows impact.
So, we've got all these different pieces, right? How do we put them all together? Let's map it out. Here is a clear 3-month action plan to take you from day 1 to being totally interview ready. All right, month 1, you're building your foundation. That means polishing up your resume, LinkedIn, and GitHub, and starting on the DSA fundamentals, your arrays, strings, hash wraps. Month 2, we level up. You're going to tackle the harder DSA topics, put the final polish on your projects, and you're going to start applying. Then by month 3, it's all about refinement. We're talking mock interviews, brushing up on those core CS subjects, and keeping that daily application rhythm going strong. Stick to this plan with real discipline, and I'm telling you, after 3 months, you will have built the skills, the portfolio, and the confidence to walk into any interview and know you belong there. And here's one last piece of advice, and this one's a gem. Don't just build the same old generic projects everyone else does. Build one project that's a standout, something that's unique to you, something you're actually excited about. That's the thing that makes you memorable. That's what sparks a real conversation in an interview. So there it is. The roadmap is right here in front of you. The path is clear. All the steps are laid out. The only question left is, when are you going to take that first step?